And here's a very different story for you. Have you heard of gift card scams? According to Action Fraud, they're on the rise, and catching people out is even more important than ever.
Last February, Debbie Horwood was on the sofa sharing the story of her 80-year-old mum who fell victim to one of these scams and lost £115,000.
Now, over 18 months later, Debbie's here with an update on her mum's case alongside our consumer expert, Alice Beer. Debbie, thank you for coming back in.
Thank you.
We were so sorry for what happened to your mum and what you've all been through. Where are we now in terms of your position and what's happened with the case?
We have had a challenge with the Ombudsman against the bank, which we had a successful end to that in August. I am working tirelessly with our local MP, Alex Brewer, and Simon Wilkins on raising awareness with regards to how gift cards are sold in the supermarket, because ultimately that's where it all starts, and there isn't enough safeguarding against vulnerable purchasers with regards to questioning and due diligence, basically.
Yeah. So, firstly, great news that you've managed to recover the majority of the money, which is really wonderful. Let's go back, just in case anybody didn't hear the original story. How was your mum targeted in the first place?
It was via social media. Somebody had accessed onto her social media and obviously gone through some posts and created a profile who resembled Rishi Blackmore, who she used to go to school with back in the day. And she'd obviously put a comment on there at some point about cycling behind Rishi Blackmore going to school.
And if anyone doesn't know who Rishi Blackmore is?
He's the lead guitarist of a rock band called Deep Purple.
OK.
So they created this profile and obviously did their research on where Mum went to school and the area. So my mum didn't for 1 minute think that it wasn't Richie.
Yes.
But because of his profile, he told her not to tell anybody that she was in communication with him.
I see.
So after the initial contact and obviously building rapport, he asked her to set up on another communication app, which I hadn't heard of. So the communication carried on this app for a long time. I don't know exactly how long because Mum didn't tell me.
Because, Debbie, it was such a vast amount of money as well, £115,000. When did you first realise that Val was doing this, and how did you find out? How did you discover it?
We found out in January 23, yeah, the years are sort of racing on. It came to our attention because my mum had run out of money and went to a brother's friend to ask to borrow some money to pay some debts. He then told my brother, we confronted Mum, and she said, well, I'm just helping a friend, it's got nothing to do with you. And but who is this friend? And she said, Richie Blackmore. And I went, well, the lead guitarist. I said, well, why does he need your help, Mum? And she went, well, I'm helping him with a business transaction. Right, so have you spoken to him? Have you FaceTimed him? No. I said, how's all the communication? So that's how it all started, and then we got the police involved. But prior to January, June the year before, I'd noticed a lot of changes with my mum. Even before that, she was becoming quite distant. She wasn't very engaged in social meetings with she was just very different, and she was always on her phone, which I didn't really understand why she needed to be on her phone so much if she was with me. And there was all this, I've got to have my phone charged up. My dad brought to my attention that she was also drinking a lot more wine than what she used to. So all these things started to sort of build a picture. And then at Christmas, before we found out, I noticed that she hadn't bought any Christmas presents. I took her shopping, and she was a bit overwhelmed at the amount of gifts that were to be paid for. And she said, I need to transfer some money. I said, what, Mum, why haven't you got any money? She went, it's nothing to do with you, and she got quite feisty about it. And I never believed that something like this was going on. I had taken her to the doctors in July because I thought maybe that she'd got Alzheimer's or dementia. You know, I thought she's 80, you know, maybe there is a decline. And the doctor had said, you know, your mum's health is perfectly fine. She's an 80-year-old lady. So then I'm thinking, well, what is it? I managed to get her phone one time and I went through everything. I felt a bit deceitful doing it, but I had to do it to find out what it was that was keeping her on the phone all the time. I couldn't find anything. You know, she's got all her apps of painting and puzzles, and I never saw this app.
The separate app that the scammers had managed to get into use.
Never even heard of it. Had I have known about it, I could have nipped it in the bud in June and we wouldn't be where we are now.
So, Alice, fortunately, Debbie's been able to battle to get some of this money back. If not all of it. Sadly, your mum's not here to know that. We'll talk about that in a minute. But let's just talk about these scams and how we can help people protecting those that are vulnerable around them or even themselves.
Because the reality is that somebody watching this will have an elderly relative who is sucked into exactly the same thing, and it will be going on now. After Debbie came on the sofa last year, somebody said, my father recently passed away, I found stacks of gift cards in his bedside table. It's happening. It's happening. There were 6,000 cases last year. Millions of pounds is being handed over. Was she vulnerable? Yes. Was she gullible? Yes. But this is a generation of kind people who have time to spend. So what they do is they find social cues. How are the boys? How's Annie?
Yes.
It's so easy to pick up on things. They will gain your trust and they will then start, after they've got your friendship, start sort of seeping in. Oh, yeah, no, need a bit of help. Val always wanted to help people, so she went and she was asked for gift cards. She went to supermarkets on her high street and over the course of a year, drip, 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 spent over £100,000. It was money from a sale of a property that was waiting for, you know, inheritance. Those supermarkets took Val's money. In one particular supermarket, her local supermarket, she spent £31,000 in the course of a year. One branch of one supermarket.
And no one noticed or said...
And no red flags went up.
Be doing more.
Nobody said, hang on a minute, we've made 30 grand more on this counter than we made this time last year. Oh, it's all from the same person. It makes me so angry that the staff training wasn't good enough, the signage wasn't good enough. We've spoken to all the supermarkets because Val went into many different supermarkets to spread the load, as it were. And they've all reassured us that they are undergoing staff training and they are putting up signs. But I'm sorry, it's not good enough, which is why Debbie has been brilliant in getting her local MP involved. And there's an early day motion tabled for next year. There's a big fraud strategy being announced. And we very much want a gift card scam to be very much part of that, to bring awareness, because I think at the moment, because it's so hidden, it's so secretive, people don't realise that it's happening. And it's so covert. Gift cards have become a currency for sort of for money for fraudsters, and you just don't know it's happening, and it's not traceable. Once that card's been redeemed, it's not traceable. It's horrible. It's scary. And Debbie's done an amazing job bringing it to awareness.
You have, Debbie. Thank you for coming back. I'm so glad that you managed to battle to get some of that money back, if not all of it as well, and that hopefully you can all sort of get past it, because it's that sort of thing that will hang over you all, isn't it?
I think my way of getting past it is by continuing to raise awareness, because it has been a shocking journey for me and my family.
Horrendous.
And for Mum to have put herself in that situation by thinking that she was helping someone.
And that's, as Alice says, that's where it comes from.
Then to find out that she was misled,
Awful.
I mean,
Debbie, we're out of time, I'm afraid. But thank you for doing that.
All your work.
It's making huge difference.
Oh,
hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.